Well, good morning and welcome to NAWBO's fall education event, Money Matters. I'm Sam Shear, current president of NAWBO Cleveland. NAWBO's mission is to create pathways of opportunity for women entrepreneurs to advance economically, socially, and politically through education, connections, and mutual support. Our event today is focused on the economic and educational aspect of our mission. Let's face it, money matters to everyone. But business ownership naturally exposes us to greater risks for experiencing fraud, which is why NAWBO and PNC feel so strongly about presenting this topic today.
Only one occasion in 52 years can I say that there was something that was really bad, and that was someone who thought that my signature was prettier than theirs. She's in jail right now for fraud, and I am going to make sure she stays in jail a very long time.
I learned you can't trust people as much as you think you can, you can't. We put systems in place where we're very unpredictable. I found that being predictable gave people certain opportunities. There's a month that I'll say to the bookkeeper, you know what, I'm going to reconcile this month. Just out of the blue, not even spot checking. This month I'm going to reconcile. Keeps my fingers in it so that I'm not hostage to what she can do. But I also, I'm able to catch problems. Fortunately, it's all balanced to the penny, so I've been kind of lucky.
Special Agent Michael Maltby, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, is a 25-year veteran of the FBI. He has held assignments in Denver, Colorado, Monterey, California, Washington, D.C., and, of course, Cleveland.
Thank you all for being here this morning, and it's really great to be here. When Liz Victor from PNC contacted me and asked me if I'd want to talk about how to protect your financial assets, I was thinking, that's great, because it takes me back to what I started my FBI career doing, which was investigating various types of frauds. So in talking through this portion of the presentation, it was determined that I would give sort of a global overview of fraud and kind of what happens, and I'm going to touch a little bit on what goes inside the mind of the person that's trying to get inside your pocket. So whenever you think of the FBI, you think probably in terms of investigators doing criminal investigations, right? We also do counterintelligence and trying to prevent the loss of secret information from various corners of the U.S. government. But one of the things we want to do is, and which we are doing, is working on trying to prevent the loss of things from businesses that bring value to the business. So what I do is I work a lot with larger organizations and encourage businesses to do things to protect their intellectual property, okay? There are a lot of companies and entities from foreign lands that are trying to get the great ideas here within the United States so they can catch up technologically, both on an economic level and for national security defense purposes. But one thing we also want to do is to provide some clues and some training, some insight as to what small businesses can do to keep that money in your pocket.
Our other expert panelist is Chrissy Powers, Managing Member, PDI Forensics. Chrissy has assisted with investigations involving the diversion of corporate assets and other fraud-related cases. She has also worked with clients to strengthen internal control and management system to deter fraudulent activity and asset diversions.
There's my 10 tips, if you will, in the material that you'll be given of simple things to put in place to help deter fraud within your organization. Background checks. There's different levels of background checks that can be done, criminal and civil. But if you're giving someone access to your checking accounts, your investment accounts, high dollar inventory, I would highly suggest spending the money to run those background checks. The problem is the organizations that do not prosecute when they find someone who has committed fraud. And there's a lot of them. On a personal level, I probably have less than 10% of the cases that I work that get prosecuted. The owners are embarrassed that it happened to them. Their non-for-profits are one very big group that tends to not prosecute because when that hits the news, their donors tend to not donate because those previous funds didn't go towards their purpose. I understand being in those positions, but there's media out there that you can work with, PR firms that can help you put positive spins on that if you have that concern and you're moving in the direction of prosecuting.